What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's glass half full video, we're going to talk about how recession fears are growing, why yours truly is calling BS, because we just saw an indicator flash for the 14th time since 1950, and without exception, the S&P 500 was up 23% 12 months later. Will I ever buy another share of MCOM, and why? And is it really true, or even possible, that the bear market that I claim was going to end by Memorial Day, in fact, already has? All that and more coming right up. All right, some housekeeping. You see the color or discoloration around the eye is improving, but I've got a massive knot. It's still the size of a golf ball above my eye. It doesn't hurt as bad. The headaches are gone, but I can't get the damn thing down. Alternating heat, ice, vitamin C, vitamin K to thin blood. I'm doing it all. And I am feeling much better. I've got a hop back in my step. I am here today to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that not only is this bear market going to end by Memorial Day, in fact, for most stocks, it already has. The October low, in my opinion, and I'm going to talk about an indicator that has not been wrong for more than 70 years, is saying the worst is over and the best is yet to come. But how does that apply with the stocks we own, including MCOM, who is run by, hands down, the worst CEO that I have ever seen in my entire life? But let's start off with some housekeeping. First of all, never text or email someone any money with respect to small biz. We've got hundreds of clones out there. You've seen them on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc. They copy our name, our logo, our face. Some of these profiles even go back 10 years. How is that possible? Well, some idiot, or should I say some a-hole, changed his name from X to small biz in an effort to rip people off. There is only one way. In fact, there has only been one way since I started this channel 3 years ago to pay me. And that's $1 a day at trysmallbiz.com as a premium member. Yes, it's true. I turned 53 years old on Thursday of this week. Through the grace of God, I not only made it through the most horrendous slip and fall of my entire life 10 days ago after having way too many adult beverages, but I am super optimistic about this market, our economy. We've got some brand new things coming out, not the least of which probably on Wednesday, I'm going to start something, and you've seen it on Facebook, where I allow you to plug your company, your website, your products and services on one single thread. This could be absolutely massive because we do have 165,000 followers on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. But the challenge we faced when we used to do this years ago on LinkedIn is people would spam every post. But if there's a way once or no more than, say, twice a week, I can say, here you go, folks, on this thread, show 165,000 people what you do, what you sell, your website, etc. It could be absolutely beneficial, but I am once again asking everybody for support, $1 a day. You can sign up for free, as 95% of 7,000 people have, at trysmallbiz.com, or you can hire me and I'll personally bust my ass to help grow your business as a premium member. That's trysmallbiz.com. All right, I could talk about the Baltic Freight Index being down 90%. I could talk about the inverted yield curve. I could talk about the fact that we have the worst fucking president in the history of my lifetime. I could talk about Chinese jets flying into Taiwanese airspace. I could go on and on and on and on about what's wrong with this world. But the facts are, as per the tweet I shared about an hour ago, coming up at 2:30 in the East Coast, is the Zweig, the Marty Zweig. And he goes back to the 90s when I was on Wall Street. Indicator has just shown what's called a thrust, where most stocks, and I'm keeping it simple, stupid, within the S&P 500 are above what's called their 10-day moving average. In other words, we went from extreme oversold and extreme fear, according to the fake news fear and greed index. I believe it got as low as 15 a few weeks ago, to extreme overbought. Anytime you go from massive amounts of negativity to massive amounts of optimism in a short period of time, it's called a thrust. And this Zweig, Z-W-E-I-G, I believe it is, indicator has never been wrong. 14 times in the last 73 years, if my third grade math serves me, we've seen this thrust. Not one single time has the market ever gone lower to break its lows, let's say from October to December. So I've been saying now for quite some time, 3,800 on the low side, 4,200 on the upside for the S&P. Pay attention to Bitcoin. Gets over 30, risk is on. Gets under 26K, risk is off. It's been very, very reliable, and we're locked inside of that range. But the Zweig indicator, and I could give you many others, are telling us, whether we want to hear it or not, that the worst is over. In fact, a brand new, brace yourself, bull market has begun. The obvious question is, well, what about our stocks? Well, for the first time in a long time, the IWM, which is the Russell 2000, you've got other stocks that we own. I won't mention the names that are in the Russell 3000. They're the small caps. They're lagging miserably behind the Dow, the S&P, and especially the QQQ, except for today. We're seeing the IWM as we speak up almost a full percentage point, with the Dow flat, the S&P, and the NASDAQ off almost 0.5%. But our stocks are in fuego. XELA last trade 0377, if that's what I see. And again, I apologize. My eyes are not the greatest, but it was up to 4 cents. I'm going to predict it's going back up to 4 cents and change, if not today, before the end of this week. And if it can get up and over 0415, based on the chart I shared with you this morning, I think it's going to go. We own it in the sixes. It is going to do a reverse split, but they don't have a meeting until May the 5th, I believe. So over the course of the next 3 weeks, this thing has got a chance to squeeze. And if it squeezes high enough, 5 and change, 6 and change, etc., I'm out. I can always rebuy after the split, but we're starting to see, and we had PBLA in the pre-market, last trade 38.5. It was at 44 and change. That is over 20% off its low from a week ago. So we were at worst, in my situation, down 42% about a week or so ago. And I said, we're getting out of BBIG, we're getting out of ENSC. Yeah, I took losses in both. But then we got into Trica, made 32%, more on that in a second, on Thursday after hours when I pulled the ripcord. And we've got Mullen, which almost hit 11 cents, came all the way back down to 10 and a quarter. I bought more twice, I believe. Last trade, 10.1055. I think it's going higher, along with MMAT. So if it's really true that the worst is over, if it's really true that we did, in fact, book a 32% profit in TRKA on Thursday night, and you could have done it again this morning. Last trade, 28.5. I think I've seen it as low as 26, as high as 29.5. Everybody watching me right now should have made 32% in less than a week in TRKA. And you got to say, the XELA, the PBLA, the Mullen, the MMAT, we're either getting much of our loss back in terms of what's on paper, or we're in the money, as is the case with MULN. So we are coming back. We are scratching. We are clawing. We are, erased at least a third of the drawdown now. We're probably down in the high 20%. And as I said last week, I'll bet you half of it is gone on or before Memorial Day. And if this type of activity continues, and I'm able to find 1 or 2 more Tricas with the 7 or 8% cash that I've got, then this madness, this nightmare is coming to an end. So what do you do with MCOM, which, again, in case you didn't hear me at the beginning, is run by hands down the most tone-deaf, idiotic buffoon I've ever seen in 30 years of trading the stock market? Sal doesn't like that. That's too fucking bad, Sal. I was your biggest bull. I was your biggest proponent. I got at least 1,000 people I would estimate in the stock. We all got bent over this desk without any lube last week. We're down 70% since your reverse split and carrot dangle. But I have to be aware of the fact, and I said this last week, I'm saying it again. If somebody brings a class action lawsuit against MCOM, formerly known as Hellbiz, we're going down another 30, 40, 50%. I don't want to be responsible for that. I have never sued anybody. I don't intend to do so now. So here's the deal for all of you that keep asking me, should I buy it, sell it, or hold it? From last week forward, now that he's burned every bridge with yours truly, I will not buy another fucking share of MCOM. I do not recommend anyone that's been following me buy anymore. Yeah, I see it at $2.07 where it's been for the last 3 hours. You notice No 3 million shares traded in the first 60 seconds. No news on the day. Pattern. Yorkville gets involved with dilution whenever there's news. They'll goose it up in the pre-market as they did a week or so ago. They get the dumb retail money to bend over and they shove it right in and up without any lube whatsoever. And here we are down 70%. So if I haven't made it clear enough, I would not go anywhere near MCOM. It's a prove me stock. I am a seller. From this point forward, would I like to see it where I own it at 5 and small change? Yeah. Do I have any confidence that it's going to happen anytime soon? No, I don't. I would love to be pleasantly surprised, but something tells me more dilution in the face of more good news, and we get little, if any, progress. But I would love to be proven wrong, and I'm still waiting, Sal, for the lawyer-head letter where you state that you had nothing to do with 3 million shares that traded April the 6th or 5th, Thursday of last week. So far, crickets. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let it be known, I am extremely optimistic. I'm feeling really good about the fact that I'm going to be 53 tomorrow. The same guy that racked up 100 winners in the last 12 months is going to get you and your family out of this ditch. Mark my words, on or before Memorial Day weekend, most, if not all, of this paper loss is gone. And you could be hanging out by the pool, drinking a whiskey on a big rock. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, always remember that I love you and I appreciate you watching.